How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Galacticare. Welcome back to the hospital selection screen. Specifically, today we have a bit of a choice that we have to make. We could go back to basics and we could go back to chapter 1 and try and take this hospital from 2.9 stars, roughly, up to 5 stars. We could branch out and go to Babylon Getaway. We could branch out and go to Boca Way Station 412802. But I think what I'm going to do, since the last episode involved wrapping up Transport Tycoon and then going back and getting Burning Moon up to 5 stars, I think we're going to take a step forward. We're going to see what Big Pharma is all about. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this one. And then maybe once we're done with Big Pharma, we can maybe go back and see if we can get orientation to be 5 stars, see what we can unlock there, and then play around with some of these little side things. I don't know what those are about yet. I still have no idea. But without any further ado, let's see what Big Pharma is all about.
We've been commissioned to help out at the 5-star station, where Visage farmers grow food for underprivileged worlds. But due to the eccentricities of the Visage language, I haven't the foggiest clue what we'll actually be doing. Director, what a delightful day and/or night in which to see you. I've had a moment to check our itinerary, and while a few farmers are laden with photonymph parasites, I'm not quite seeing the emergency we were warned about.
Hello, and great tragedy forever. Many friends lost already. Many others at the limits of time. Pleased to work, so their world lines stretch in our company.
I see. Yes. Well, let's see about these parasites and figure out the rest as we go, I suppose.
What a great way to get started. Figure out the rest as we go. Before we speak to Ms. Orion, who, by the way, I've seen a couple of comments talking about the idea that Ms. Orion might actually be a robot. I've got no idea, but that would certainly check out with some of the dialogue that she's had. Before we talk to her, I just want to take a look around and see what we could be dealing with here. So this is, I guess, the drive-through. This is where the patients will enter and leave if they survived. We have a shuttle bay over this way, and we have a shuttle bay down here. Both of these for away missions, which I would imagine we're going to be doing at some point, given that it's got 2 of them. But I'm keenly aware of the fact that we do have just the one drive-through here. So what I'm thinking is that we probably want to set up some reception space right around here, and maybe quite a lot of it, so that we can deal with a lot of people right away. At some point, as soon as possible, we probably want to go in and start crafting some telepads so that we can really push people around much, much quicker. But I think what we'll do, just before we even speak to Ms. Orion, is let's get ourselves a decent sort of check-in space. And I think I'm going to do a lot with this. I think I'm going to say that we want to do one of these guys here. I think I'm going to do something like this as well. And I'm really, really tempted to do another couple of them, something like this. I think we could really, really stack this and just have a lot of options. The only problem with doing this, now that I think about it, just sort of spitballing here, this is going to make this area super congested. And I don't think my people are going to appreciate that. So maybe what we do instead is we will get another couple of check-in things here and here. I think we go to this one, and for now we'll actually get rid of it. And maybe they all get sort of shifted back just a little bit so there's a bit more room in front of them. We'll go for something like this. We can go for something like this, and we'll move you back to about there. I want to do, if I can find them, some room dividers between these guys, so we kind of have them nicely contained. So we'll do a couple of dividers on either side like this. And I'm thinking, let's see, can I get a whole bunch of dividers along the back of this? Do I have anything that's going to fit in the middle there? I absolutely do. That seems solid. A little bit cramped maybe, but it seems pretty good. I think on those corners, we can do some sort of flower thing just so we have some decoration in here. So we'll go for this guy, and we'll go for this guy. And maybe we do the same up front as well, just again, so we have something sort of decorative that's going to keep everybody nice and happy. So that seems pretty solid. In front of this, I'm kind of thinking a whole bunch of benches just so people aren't standing around waiting. And also we have model trains. Interesting. This is actually really cool. I didn't know. I saw this as a reward. What is this? A model. This is a train track display. It's a small art thing. Carriage display. That's a little bit of track. That's really cool, actually. I saw this as a reward at the end of that last hospital, but I didn't realize that, well, I didn't realize that we got a whole set of them. That's pretty nice. I like that a lot. Okay, well, very quickly, let me get some benches. And you know, I'm also kind of looking at this and thinking we can probably do, we absolutely can, a pair of diagnosis rooms here. So we'll do just something really, really simple. The room doesn't need to be huge. We can get ourselves a nice screen right about here. I am going to do a couple of different decorations in here, and I'm probably going to do a lot of copying and pasting with this hospital just so we can have all of the decorations in all of the different rooms. So these guys are counted, I think, as ordinary decorations. We are going to want some curious decorations and probably some plants as well. So we'll try and get a nice little mix going here. We have this thing. We've got this thing as well. I don't know what color I want to go for these rooms either. I haven't really decided on that. We do have these, which I stand by. It's kind of gross. It's still kind of gross looking. I think we'll just go for some sunflowers, since that's kind of a nice, easy option. And I'm kind of thinking, just to be a bit different to what we've done before, I kind of want to do some windows. I'm kind of thinking we do something like this, and I think that'd be kind of neat, just as a way to sort of, I don't know, get some extra light in there. I don't really know. I'll be honest with you. I'm making it up as I go along, but I think it'd be kind of cool to do that. So do we want to maybe do some kind of poster in here? We could do an anatomy poster. That might not be a bad idea. Just again, something a little bit different for the space. I think we'll do it down on right about there. Seems good. We've got some rugs. We've got the model trains as well. I'm not going to put the model trains everywhere. We also have the tube cube, which what this is a tanky thing. Okay, that's great. That's actually kind of great. You know what? Let's do one last little thing in here. Let's do orientation. I love this this piece of art. I think that's roughly the middle of the wall, so that'll be fine. We'll confirm that. And I guess we'll let it run just to actually build the room. And in terms of a color scheme, it is diagnosis. We could do purple for everything. That is a nice shade of purple. We could do blue and it looks like this. We could do green. We could do aquamarine. Yellow would match the sunflower, but what's going to go best with the sunflower? Probably red. Or honestly, black is really interesting. It'd be nice if the base of the sunflower, if the wait, can I change this? Oh, I can only change that bottom part. That's unfortunate. I was hoping I could change the wood, but you know what? Let's just go for, I don't know, maybe just red. maybe just go for red on the diagnosis rooms. I think we did that before, but I think we'll stick with the ain't broke, don't fix it kind of idea. So diagnosis room right there. I'm going to copy this and set up a second one because I think having two of these right off the jump is going to be great for the hospital. And it also gives me some space to go in here and just get a bin, which I really want to get next to my vending machines. I would like to get it a little bit closer to the wall. I'm not going to lie. So what I might do is actually just move these vending machines ever so slightly to about there and then get a bin right down in the corner. Only one person can access it at a time, but that's not really the end of the world. And I think what we can also do is go in here and get ourselves just a few more benches, or just one right between those guys, and maybe a little small one just right underneath that window is a pretty good idea. I think that's solid. I'm not going to go too crazy with plants everywhere around my benches this time, because what I'll probably end up doing eventually is using the double bench with the plants in between to just give us some plants with every bench. So I think this is good. That's a decent start. Let's have a chat with Ms. Ryan and see Ms. O'Ryan, Irish, obviously, and see what she has to say.
Hey, Director! Parasitology has been in the works for a while, and it's finally time to ship it. There are still a couple of issues with the doctopus misreading the subject's gut biome as a threat, and temporarily removing their digestive system, but we can iron that out later. Hope it helps. Try not to look it in the eyes.
I love the term doctopus. That's amazing. Okay, this looks horrific, by the way. This looks genuinely terrifying, and I'm not... I don't know how I feel about that.
Should charge double for parasitized patients, but that's apparently considered grossly inhumane. Regardless, Mazarian also requests that we store the photonymphs we extract. For what reason, I'm simply not sure. We're ready to open the hospital at your command. You may also wish to bring in some of your consultants. They're raring to go.
You know, bringing in consultants to do diagnosis does seem like a pretty good idea. So let's have Twiggy come in here and work there. Let's have Ultra come in and work there. Let me assign both of you and lock you to your rooms so that you're actually going to do what I got you to do, which it looks like you're good to go. So that's all right. That's the diagnosis thing done. But apparently, I would assume we're gonna need the parasitology thing, which is what, 4 by 3? Okay. So if it's 4 by 3, that's 2, that's 3 right there. Can I get a 4 by 3 here? I could do one there, and then the space next to it could be left for diagnosis, I suppose. I don't really want to put it so far away though. I'll be honest, I don't think that makes too much sense. I could do it down here. That doesn't seem like the worst spot in the world for it. And actually, in doing this, if I put the door right about there, that's horrific. That's genuinely horrific. I do not know how I feel about this. But if we do it like this, I can copy and paste this, rotate it, stick it in that corner. Oh, and then the door would be here overlapping with the other door. Maybe not. I might have to rotate this around and put the door down this way. And then I'll just build another one, I guess, is what we're gonna have to do. Or I can just move the door to the other side, I think. One way or another, I'm gonna make this work. So let me do a little bit of decoration in here. I can't do this, unfortunately. Can I do some kind of light by the door? I can do a light, and I can't do another light, unfortunately. So that's, you know what? Maybe this room just isn't crazily decorated. Maybe we just go in here with, I don't know, a Skin Lab poster. Doesn't seem to make sense. Let's do this painting since it kind of matches the color scheme that's going on. And if we got anything else I can throw in here, we could do this, I guess. It seems like the kind of plant that works for this space. Can I do 2 of them? I can do 2 of them. Okay. Can I make this place feel like a swamp? You know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let me just build it. We got 64,000 credits left. Let me put another one here. And let me get a door. Putting the door right there. We'll confirm. And that seems like a good use of the space. We get room for more consulting right here as well, which is great. That's going to sort of create a little corridor down this way, which I'm excited about. So let's get some benches. Let's get some decorations. We'll get 2 people to work in here. And that should be about all we're really going to need for this space and to open the hospital. Although we're also going to want, most likely, some toilet pods. I think those are going to be necessary. And also most likely, probably some curious decorations. I think we're going to have a bit of a need for those. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know what this new species is going to want, so I'm not going to bother decorating everything until we have an idea of what they're going to want. So let me have a look at recruitment and see what we got. We got Yippee McCartney. What a name. What a name. Let me hire you and put you in there. And if we got anybody else that can work this place, unfortunately doesn't look like it. We could get some trainees. I'm going to reject them for now because I just don't think I want to start with trainees on some new treatment thing. So hopefully we can find someone that specializes in parasites. There we go. We'll put you into that room and let me lock you to it. Let me lock you to that room. I've realized we need a staff room as well. I totally forgot about some kind of staff lounge. So as much as I want to put more diagnosis here, I think what I'll do is just a staff lounge. And I'm going to put the door for it in here, so it's sort of out of the way. I'm going to get just a Maybe just a nice couple of couches, maybe a couch right there, maybe a little chair right next to it. We could do, I don't know, we'll do some kind of, we'll do some lockers if I can fit them in here, which I totally can. I think lockers is a bit different. We don't usually do them, although maybe slightly smaller lockers would, yeah, I think the smaller ones are better. Definitely vibing with the smaller ones. We'll go for some kind of weird floaty rock formation thing as well. That seems nice. Nice little bit of decoration in there. And maybe a painting too. So we'll go for this right at the back and confirm. So that gives us our staff space. That'll keep them happy. I can go in and now duplicate this guy as well and get myself a little bench. So there's more people can sit outside of these two rooms. And maybe a little bench right there as well. That seems good. Okay, now we can open the hospital. Let's take a look at what's gonna be going on. Let's get the thing open.
Right you are. We're opening the hospital now.
The aperture dilates that life may happen further. Big kisses to you.
I have the inclination to report our client to SR.
What's SR, Heel?
Sapient Resources, maybe. Their job is to look after the company's bottom line while manipulating employees into false comfort. Not to worry, you don't qualify for their services. Our first patients have just slopped in, carrying their own glowy little passengers. Amongst these first patients are some Visage. Mazarian has the details on these betentacled fellows.
I've also noticed that we're gonna need a boning chamber is what we're gonna need for this guy. He's also complaining about spacious rooms. The tanky are already complaining about the place not being upgraded. These guys are complaining about a lack of curious decorations. We're gonna have complaints left and right. But I guess for now, we also need a skin. We need everything. This is gonna be rough. Let's learn about this new species.
The Visage. Most species have a hard time understanding their peculiar minds and visual language. But if you hang around them long enough, you'll just start to get it. They love windows and they love toilets. Windows, presumably, because they get to stare into the void with their luxurious eyes. And toilets? Well, we don't really know. They don't eat, so our best guess is that they just enjoy the lavatorial vibes.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing that my diagnosis rooms do in fact have some windows. I'm kind of wondering then, should I add some windows to this space? I think that's a little bit much, but we could do this if I wanted to. I'm not going to do it for the staff room. And I actually love the idea of doing a window between the two different spaces there. I think that's kind of cool. I can't do one on there either, which is totally fine. And obviously I can't add them to anywhere else. I could add them to the staff room, but I think that's a little silly. So that'll hopefully keep them happy. In terms of toilets around the hospital, I guess what we could do is go in here with, maybe something like, let's see. Do I want to do one just right in the middle? I think I do. And that's actually really, really good coverage for that entire space, which is fantastic news. So I'm just going to do the one of them, I think, and sort of keep it like that. I would like to do some kind of room divider either side of this thing just to sort of enclose it a little bit. And then maybe right back here, we can do more benches. I think that's a pretty solid way to do that. So it's just a lot of seating for this central space in the hospital. I think that's good. We do need a boning chamber. We do need a skin lab. So let me get those as well so we can start treating people pretty much immediately. Boning chamber is 4x4. And the skin lab is 3x4. Interesting. Where am I going to be able to do these? So this is 4x4. That's the size it has to be. Interesting. I could do here. In fact, yeah, that would work. And then we could do a 3x4 in this space. So I think that's exactly what we'll do. Let me do our door for this guy. I'm going to say here. We'll get the tank for this over to be maybe here. This does have to be, what size does this room have to be for the skin lab? Hold on a minute. Have I done the skin lab? Yeah, cancel this room. Have I done the skin lab? The boning chamber had to be 4x4. Yeah, I had a feeling I was doing that wrong. So we'll do this. We'll do I don't know where I want to put this thing. I guess there kind of makes the most sense. Let's try and get something kind of curious in here. Can I get this guy? I absolutely can. So we'll put that in the corner to make people nice and happy. Maybe I'm not going to go crazy with plants. I'll just do, I don't know. Let's go for a Medi poster. That seems appropriate for something that's basically just, you know, mining machinery. I can also keep the game running while I'm doing all of this. I need to stop pausing it every single time. No one that can currently work in here, unfortunately. But I think what we'll do is just hire a trainee and we can have them specialize at some point. So boning chamber is good. Let's get ourselves a skin lab. It is 3x4, so something like this is pretty solid. We can do our door here. We can put this thing over in this corner, and this is not really gonna fit with my current layout. Okay, put that down there. Put this right here. That's a good layout. Decorations. Can I get this in the corner? Nope. Can I get this in the corner? Also no. Okay. Can I get this? Nope. Is there anything I can fit in that corner over there? It really doesn't look like it. I can put this in the corner. That's good. Can I get a cabinet next to it? Absolutely. Okay. I'm all right with that. That's pretty good. We could also do, can I get like a little medical cart in here? I can't put it there. And I can't put the small one there. I don't think it's going to let me put this anywhere actually, which is, I mean, it makes sense. It's kind of blocking everything. So we'll just do, I don't know, we'll do like a weird light in here. We'll get ourselves some kind of, I'm just putting stuff everywhere, man. I'm kind of enjoying it though. I'm not going to lie. I'm really enjoying just throwing stuff around and being like, yeah, we'll put that there. We'll put that there. It's really kind of fun. Let's do a weird like pink plant thing in here. We'll go for, I don't like any of those. We'll go for that one. That's pretty good. And we'll confirm it. So that's gonna need someone that can work it as well. We'll go for Chi right here. We will put you to work. Make sure that you're locked to it. And we're gonna need benches, obviously. But what are you complaining about? A dreamarium. Oh my god, they need everything right now. This is a little bit, it's not overwhelming. It's just, I feel like the game has just opened up a little bit. Is the feeling that I have. It's kind of like everything's just gone, okay, you have now learned how to play this, now play it. And I'm sort of here for it, I'm not gonna lie. Now I wonder, could I do this and maybe just one of these guys? I absolutely can. And I think that's pretty good. Could I do some plants behind that? Like this? Yeah. Oh, that's great. So that's some nice decorative benches that will keep people in this area pretty chill and pretty happy. And they've got access to a toilet and a bunch of seating down here. And how big is the dreamarium? That's the question. How big are we looking here? 3x3. You know what? That's perfect for this spot right here. So I'll claim my rewards when I'm good and ready. Don't rush me. Don't be sitting over here trying to rush me into claiming my rewards. I don't need them right now. What I need is to decorate my rooms, because that's apparently the only thing I care about right now. And honestly, yeah, that's kind of accurate. So we'll do this. That'll be our dreamarium. What do you want? Oh, that's curious decorations. Okay, well, I mean, what if I did this? What if I put a big open sign right about there? And then maybe, I don't know, this? Actually, this seems like a really good place to do just a big old bench like that. Yeah, I'm sort of okay with that. I might even go so far as saying there's another one, because it lines up really nicely with the plants over there. It kind of creates this cool space. Maybe this one goes away just to open it up slightly so they can walk straight across, but that's pretty solid. Let's find someone that can work this. We get Pogo. So we'll go for Pogo Gonzalez. That's a great name. I'm not really looking at any of their stats or any of their perks or quirks or anything like that. I don't think it matters. We've got this place up and going. We've got you. Ultra's not happy about a lack of upgraded rooms. You know what? That's okay. We've got a working hospital. We're making money, I think. Let's see what the rewards are going to be. We got the holo documentor. We did get telepads though. And telepads, I'm very excited about that.
Yet still ache with urgency for ape healing. Please immediately do the healing.
Yes, the large friends. Yes, we'll make sure to see to that pronto. Director, I don't know what we're doing here, and I'm starting to panic. Book us tickets on a tanky liner, just in case we need to abandon the proverbial ship.
Okay. I don't like the idea that we're going to be abandoning this. I mean, obviously we're not going to, but it's definitely something is what that is. Now, let me see what Baz has for me. We have got some good money. I'm going to get 2 Medibots right off the bat, and I can't afford these. Actually, we have a free Medibot and a cleanliness beacon, so let's... I want these telepads. I want these telepads for the future. We don't need them right now. And I can craft them. So actually, let's do 1 free Medibot. Let's do the one that we're paying for. I'm not going to get the Loam Gate. I do think the efficiency regulator might be a good shout. So we'll grab that. I actually can craft things as well, but I'll tell you what, let's put the Medibots out. Let me get the efficiency regulator so that we're making a bit more money, and we'll put it just back there so that we get a bit more money out of diagnosis. And that's going to mean that we can do a little bit more a little bit later on, which I think is good.
Something about these parasites we've encountered.
Great job so far, Director. The photo nymphs that have been extracted from those patients, we're gonna use them to make some photo fertilizer. Heel will give you the details.
I will. Yes, of course I will. Director, according to these schematics, the photo nymphs need to be loaded into canisters by our wonderful parasitology demons. Once the canisters are adequately prepared, they'll be dispatched down to the farm to achieve rejuvenation of the vegetables. I'm not entirely clear how, but that's the plan. Given the large volume of incoming canisters, you may want to prioritize them in specific rooms. To do this, select a room and then add canisters as a condition priority. You can use this to keep canisters to a specific part of the hospital, or just generally make them feel more important. Director, I recommend assigning our canisters as the priority in some of our parasitology rooms. This will ensure that they're seen to as rapidly as possible. Select one of the rooms to set this up.
Okay. I've actually kind of known that this was a thing for a while. You can go in here and set priority conditions for every single room. You can say, you know, photo nymphs or canisters or whatever you want to do. I think we will set canisters as the priority in this room, and then maybe this one back here, we can set it up as photo nymphs so that there's kind of a priority room for each, I guess. That way, if we end up with a huge queue, I mean, hopefully we can deal with the patients. I don't know if it makes sense actually to just, I mean, I guess there's so many canisters, we probably are going to want to have a priority for those, but it's a weird choice. Also a bit alarming that both of these doctors have gone on break at the same time, but you know what? That's fine. We do need a centrifuge, which I'm kind of hoping it's 4x4. I mean, I guess we'll do this. We really don't have as much space as I would have liked here, but if we can get a bunch of money, we can just extend the hospital. So you know what? It's fine. Let's get this thing. We'll go ahead and just do, I don't know, we'll just swing around that way and that'll be all right. 9,000 for it. I really don't want to do the hollow dock. I don't like it as an upgrade, but it is an upgrade, right? So you know what? As much as I don't like it, we'll go for it and that'll be all right. Can I get you into any of these corners? Unfortunately not. Can I get you? I absolutely can. Can I get another one on this side? I absolutely can. Okay. We'll do a couple of those. We'll get ourselves maybe, I don't know, maybe some of these guys. Actually, let's go for some of these guys. Oh, I can't put it there. That's a little bit unfortunate. That's honestly okay though. We'll not worry too much about it. I can do this thing. I can do this thing. I don't know how to feel about those. They're so interesting looking is how I'm going to choose to describe them. But yeah, we'll go for that. And that's a nice bit of decoration. We'll confirm it. The room should be up and going now that we have the hollow duck in there. So let's do, I think we'll just stick with the, actually, well, you know what? We'll not do the sunflowers. We'll do these guys. Can I get a couple of these in here? Can I maybe do the plants first? So we'd be looking for this and we'll put it here. We want to do some kind of bench right next to it. And then we'll get this and put it opposite the bench. And that seems like a good little bit of space. As for this area, I really don't know what to put in there. I'm kind of wanting, let's see, diagnosis isn't going crazy right now, so I'm not super worried about it. The dramarium is actually really busy, so I'm slightly worried about that. This is a really awkward space to do anything with. My thinking was if I put a 3x3 room, I'm kind of left with this little square back here where I could do vending machines and toilets just because I can. So I think just because dramarium has some demand to it, we'll copy and paste it. We'll put it, I guess, oh, this really doesn't fit the way I would hope it would. It really doesn't. It's sitting out there a little bit, which I don't love, but we do kind of have this awkward space that I don't really have anything else to do with. So yeah, we'll confirm that. And I guess what we can do is, I don't know, do I want to do, I guess, do we have toilet coverage back here? We do. That one in the middle is doing a lot of heavy lifting, but we'll do another one just to sort of bolster the coverage. We'll do another trash can down there, I suppose. And I guess we can do some benches just here, which seems like a good little setup. And that actually seems okay. I think we can work with that. We have someone that can work in a dramarium as well. So we'll get you immediately assigned. We'll get you locked to it. And that seems good. That seems like it will take a bit of a load off of that dramarium over there, which is exactly what we're looking for. Now, I have to imagine that we're just going to constantly get a stream of these canisters. At least I think we are. Oh, this guy's really not happy about the place being spacious. We're really not going to be able to do much with that. I'm kind of wanting to get as many things into the hospital as I can. I wonder then, if I was to... I absolutely could copy and paste like 2 of these guys in here. I'm thinking one here and confirm. And I'm kind of thinking, now annoyingly, I'm going to have to get rid of some of these benches, but if I take these guys out of here for a second, I can copy and paste this, spin it around, put it here, confirm it, do a bunch of benches sort of along these walls instead. And that's a really, that seems like a really solid bunch of rooms, right? That seems like it's going to be good. So let me get myself some benches immediately. And well, actually, you know what? Can I do these guys? I want to say that I probably can. You know, something I think this game needs, and this is something that I don't think any of the other games like this, 2 Point Hospital, Theme Hospital, 2 Point Campus, etc. I don't think any of them did this either. And it's something that I think games like this could really use. I would like to see like a marquee tool. I would love to be able to, unless I can I like shift click multiple things or control click, like just let me click and drag or like shift click both of these so I can copy both of them at once. I really do think that would make life just that little bit easier for a game like this. It'd be such a cool feature. It would let you just have so much more control over your decorating, you know, and just the ability to select a bunch of stuff and be like, okay, I'm going to copy this, like some beautiful layout that you set up. You can just copy and paste it to other parts of the hospital. Although, to be honest, I think more games in general need something like a marquee tool. And I feel like I've said this on something else recently. I don't know what it might have been, but I feel like I've had this exact conversation a couple of times recently. I might have been talking about City Skylines 2. It might have been a podcast I was on a couple of weeks ago where I brought up this idea that I do think more games could, I don't know, benefit from things like marquee tools, stuff that you're used to using in like Photoshop, you know, just like select everything and go to town. Anyway, This, I think, is a decent enough layout. I think we could maybe get away with one more bench just there. And I think that's going to be more than enough seating for everything we have going on here. Now, what I can do, well, I probably don't need to, I probably don't need to specialize either of these rooms, to be quite honest. I think we'll be fine. Oh, we have considerate dancer. So what do you guys do? No nutrition needed, energy need reduced, and you're a bit thick so you don't get experience quite as quickly. Okay.
The calcified visage.
I want to get you in there. I love the idea of one of these guys as a doctor. I think that's fantastic. Let me reject all the rest as well. Oh, that's gross looking. That's real. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that at all. That is kind of nasty. Can I get another visage as a doctor, please? At all? No? I mean, you're good for a dramarium, I guess.
You keep sending me messages that say increase hostility weights.
I'm making experimental updates to your AI.
Is that normal?
Yes, Millie. With the overhauls your network has had over the last decade, it's like a bowl of spaghetti in there. Don't worry, I'll sort you out.
Okay, so with all these guys coming in here, we now need a laser surgery, which is going to be tricky given that we don't have any room for a laser surgery. So how much is this? 54,000 for that room, 49,000 for that one, 51,000 for that one. I guess what we can do is grab this one, which leaves us 9,000 credits. If we go and have a look at laser surgery, it is 6,000. It's 3x3. That's actually kind of perfect because what we can do is let everything in here get removed, which it now is. We can do something like this. I'm not really thinking I'm going to go too crazy decorating this, although speakers in this room do, that sounds hilarious, honestly. So yeah, we're going to do some speakers in here. I love that idea. I think that's absolutely perfect. So we'll do a speaker right there. I could do a little cabinet down in the corner. I think we can get away with that. And I think we can do, oh, I forgot about these dividing wall pillars things as well. But I think that's fine. We don't have a lot of money to use right now, so I'm not going to go too nuts with it. Those dividing wall pillars though, if I was to move you forward, and if I was to move you forward and go and get myself some of those dividing wall pillars, does it look better if I do this? Not really. Not really is what we're discovering here today, but I'm going to do it anyway because I think it's interesting. That's the word. That's the word that we're going to use to describe that. Now, laser surgery is up and going. How much is it for me to clone this? It is 6250. We do have the money. We don't have much money, but we do have the money to get that. How much for me to get someone that can work in here? So it's 1,000 to hire you. Let's do it. And let's hire you as well. They're going to be locked to those rooms and we'll have to specialize them at some point. But that should mean that all of the... Oh.
Well, we've taken significant structural damage from the impact of tractor-sized tomatoes. Egg on my face, I suppose.
Huh. Okay. I really probably should have paid attention to what was being talked about there. I really didn't do that, so that's unfortunate. Regardless, we do have these guys getting dealt with, which is great. So that'll keep them nice and happy. This area is not super well decorated, but at the very least, they'll get treated and they'll be okay. We've also got demand for projectile medicine, which I'm assuming I can afford. It's 7,500. It needs to be 2x5. Which is going to be interesting. That's 2 there. That's 2 right there. You know what? Let me get rid of this bench. And let me get rid of this bench. Can I get... It's 4. Oh, that's really unfortunate. I was hoping I could get 2x5 right here, but no. That absolutely is not going to be an option. Okay, we'll have to put the benches back shortly. What about this side? We have all that space to play with. We don't have much space there. What size is this? So that's 2, that's 5. No, we're not going to do that either. We'll cancel the room. about, I guess, here, if we did it this way? So 2x5 there, we can do another one next to it, and then maybe a staff room in there. I think that's what we'll go for.
Tractors heal.
Nonsense. Good grief, that torque they're getting these days.
Brave engine which spins very strongly now. The hauling happens with great efficiency now, and joy for drivers. Their loud horns also.
Oh yes, precisely, the horns. Well, I'll be a fellow enthusiast. I shall contact you directly.
I have no idea what some of the dialogue in this game is about, but you know what? I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here. It's just a bit wild sometimes. Anyway, this will be our shotgun projectile medicine thing. We can copy and paste another one to here. And what else have we got? We need doctors for those spaces. Absolutely, we do. What are you looking for? Curious decorations? That's all right. You're looking for decorations in general. That's all right. Do we have anything that would need to go in here at the minute? I don't think we do. Am I going to be able to do any interesting decorations here? I could do this, which is I think that's what we'll go for. We'll do one right about here, and we'll do one right about here. So we have some nice decorations in that space. I think I'm going to get rid of this and replace it with one of these guys as well. So we'll do, I think we'll do these ones for this part of the hospital, the ones with like the arch thing going on. I think that's kind of cool. This will probably end up being some kind of treatment room. So I'm not going to do too much with it, but I would imagine those benches will be all right for the time being. Let's just see if we can get some people to work in projectile medicine. I also just talked over some dialogue again, but I think it was basically telling me, hey, good job, you did the thing. So yeah, good job me. I did the thing. That's what we're looking for. Now, are we going to get anyone that can do good stuff in projectile medicine? It doesn't really look like it, no. So let's get Dreaming Feeling. Great name. And let's get Pan right here. We'll put both of you to work in projectile medicine. We'll lock both of you to your respective rooms. And again, we'll specialize anyone that happens. Of course, we now get someone that can do it. But we can specialize them when it comes time to specialize them. Like, for example, you know, Dr. Wanderer, who can now be specialized in the boning chamber. So we'll get that going. That'll hopefully make you a little bit better. Your critical health, your health is 3% right now. Do I have anything I can do about that? Absolutely not. Okay, well, you're gonna die. That's that's just the truth, unfortunately. Let's do a teleport pad right here in the middle of this space, and let me do a little teleport pad right about here as well, so you can instantly teleport from check-in to the sort of back treatment space in the hospital. I think that's going to be a great idea. In terms of rewards, we just got a critter lure. Lures critters together for easy collection. Litter tray is not provided. Okay, we also get one of these for free, which is great. We get some money as well. Let's claim everything.
Fast claps for you. Bestowing now the critter lure, for then to placing. Critter's approach to its song for trivial collection.
Okay, so this thing is certainly interesting looking. I don't know where I would put it necessarily, but I'm kind of looking at this space and thinking it looks sort of like a decoration, so yeah.
Our treatments for the farm so far look really good, guys. There are still a bunch of ways we can improve it, though. I'll send Heel some ideas.
Yes. Director, we can jazz up the effectiveness of our photo-fertilizer by running the canisters through a skin lab after they've collected a photonymph sample. Make sure there are enough of each room to ensure our canisters get drenched in the appropriate slop at a regular pace. And don't forget that you can also assign canisters as the priority in your skin labs.
Blessings upon Tractor Understander. A magazine provided and returned, gently folded and known now.
Ah, the magazine. Oh, I've plenty of editions. There was a particularly interesting design for an injection pump in January's release, which...
Claps for device knowledge provided. We must attend to non-tractor matters forever now.
Ah. Yes, of course. Best of luck to you. Medi, I think the alien just ghosted me.
They're not a ghost, Heel. They're a mollusk.
Okay, so we need some skin labs to run the canisters through. We can absolutely do that. I'm trying to just figure out where exactly I would put some more skin labs and whether or not I want to try and cluster things together, because that's something that I think we could do. We have all of these parasitology rooms right here, for example. If I was to maybe get another section of the hospital, we could do all of our skin labs in there, or I could just do them out here and just stack a bunch of them, which honestly might be the way to go. That reasonably could be what we do here. So if I was to grab you, for example, and then do, let's see, something like this. Can I move that door to this spot? Yeah. So I like that. We'll put this thing here. We can move this plant to right about, well, here, I suppose? And we'll confirm that. And then what I could also do is, can I move this room? So edit room, grab the whole thing. In fact, you know what? Let's cancel that. Let's maybe just delete the room. Maybe that's what we do, is we just get rid of it completely. Because in doing so, we're going to be able to move it elsewhere. And I'm sort of okay with that. I've also completely forgotten, there we go. Demolish room, that's the button I was looking for. It gives us a bit of an empty space, but we'll figure that out. Let me copy this room to here. Let me copy another one. And you know what? I'm gonna copy another one. I don't think we need 4 of them right now, but I'm sort of willing to do that. And do we have a doctor? What have we got going on? Doctor needed, doctor needed, doctor needed. We got 3 of them. We get staff en route to this one, so we'll lock you to that room. Let's have a look at recruitment. We've got you. You can go into a skin lab right there. We've got Korn. You're a trainee. You can go to that skin lab. And we'll go for Oscar. You can go to that one. So that's going to give us a lot of doctors that are going to need to be trained up at some point. But it does give us space. Oh, someone died. Which, are we cleaning up the... Oh my God. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure we just... Okay, anyway. That gives us a bunch of skin labs. It keeps all of that stuff to one part of the hospital. I want to say that's kind of the right way to do it. I think that's the right way to do it. And you know, it makes me think that copying one more of these guys, probably not a terrible idea. We can slot it into that corner and we can get some people that can work on these things. So Kobe Beef will we'll get you locked to that room. And so now all of the parasite stuff is in here, diagnosis is in here. Admittedly, I think what we could probably end up doing is moving some dramariums as well and put 2 more. I think that is what we do. I think we get rid of these 2 dramariums and we maybe put them over here. I don't know if I would be able to do that though with this one door sort of in the way. Let's have a very quick look. I'm actually really liking the idea of moving things around like this. I think it's very, very cool, but I can't do 2 doors right on the same corner like that, unfortunately. So that's a little bit of an issue, is what that's going to be. So maybe we could do something like this. I don't want to put it, I mean, I can't really get it right in the middle, unfortunately, but I guess I could do something like this. I could do just a whole bunch of dramariums across the middle here, do a little something down in this corner. I think that is maybe what we do, is we'll just do a bunch of dramariums. And what way do I want them facing? I think I kind of want them facing the other way. I also don't want, yeah, I want them that way. I think that's good. I think we'll have them all just facing this one corridor. It's going to be a very, very busy space, but honestly, that's fine. I should probably decorate the space as well with a plant or 2. So we'll do this tentacle looking thing in the back. We'll do maybe a sunflower on the other side. I don't usually do 2 plants per room, but we'll go for it. We can do a Dreamarium poster and we'll confirm. And then I think what we do is just copy this over and confirm. I think we copy this one over and we confirm. And I'm going to leave this space for something else for the time being. I don't know what that something else is going to be, but that's what we'll do. And then what else we can do is demolish this one. and we can get rid of this one as well, which I think is the right call. We can copy this diagnosis room and put it right up here. I think that's pretty solid. So it gets rid of the bench that we had there, but I'm not super worried about it. We'll copy this one, and it can go right here as well. So that gives us a whole bunch of diagnosis in this space. We do still have the centrifuge, we do still have the boning chamber, but we have a lot of parasitology, and I think that's kind of important. So let me start hiring a few more doctors. I am just going to sort of go for trainees for the time being. I think we can kind of get away with that. We can go for you for this room. In fact, I think that room has someone working in it. I think all of my rooms have someone working in them now. So yeah, we're going to have to, you know, educate some doctors at some point. Oh, this one doesn't. Okay, well, let's go for you. You can work in there, and I'm going to have to make sure that all of my doctors are actually locked to their respective rooms, which is going to be a little bit of a pain to go around every single room, but we will absolutely get it done. We'll get you locked there as well. So that's all sorted out. We've got staff en route, and we have 4 doctors ready to go and get some expertise. So you're doing projectile medicine. You are also doing projectile medicine. You are going to be doing laser surgery, and you are going to be doing the skin lab. So we'll get you all confirmed, and that should put us in a good spot. Oh, wow. This thing did exactly what I wanted it to do. Does it have, oh no, it's an inventory thing. Okay. So I can just sort of click on all of these and just get a bunch of free stuff. That seems really overpowered, but I'm kind of here for it. I'm kind of absolutely here for it. That's great. Okay, well, here's what we're gonna do. We're going on a little bit in the episode. It's going a little bit longer than I'm thinking it should. So very quickly, let's just go ahead and get a bunch of benches into this corridor space, because I do think we're gonna need them. We'll go for right here and here, and we'll do some slightly smaller benches down at the ends there as well. So that'll give everybody somewhere to sit. We are probably going to need some kind of bathroom thing going on here to keep them all happy. So let's do, honestly, let's do 2 of them. Let's throw 2 of them in there. Let me get a room divider for between them, because I think that's fair enough. We've got this weird space over here. Maybe that can be some vending machines. I suppose that's not really going to hurt. We'll do a vending machine here and a vending machine here. And between those, maybe some kind of advert tower, I guess. So we have, again, weird decorations going on and things that people are going to appreciate. Why do we have a, when did we get this brain model? It's an ode brain. That's a choice. It is a curious decoration. We also have an ode skeleton. Interesting. Okay. It seems very ominous to put it here, but I'm going to, because I think it's kind of cool looking. And I guess as a last little touch for this space, like I said, I think we should probably move to wrap things up a little bit here. It has been going on a bit, but as a last little touch, let's just go through and do a whole bunch of plants the entire way down this corridor, so that anybody that happens to really like plants is going to be really happy about my choice in decorations right there. So just an absolute ton of them. And then maybe, I don't know, I don't want to put the brain in there right now. Let's just do the open sign. I think that seems like a good shout. So open sign right about there. I'll keep everybody happy. We're probably going to want a staff room in this space. We have a lot of staff that are running around kind of going on break right now, which isn't ideal. We actually have a lot of staff on break right now, but this seems like it's going really well, except for the fact that people do occasionally drop dead. But you know what? It's fine. It'll be totally fine. it'll be all right. Oh man, that's a lot of stuff. You know what? I know I said I was about to wrap things up, but I'm gonna build a staff room. I don't need people crossing from this side of the hospital to the other side of the hospital to go to a staff room. So this is going to be a really nicely sized staff room. We'll do, I don't know, we'll do this thing like here, I guess. And I can do, I don't know what I want to put around it. Can I get a bunch of couches in here? I don't think I can. Can I get 2 couches just facing each other? Now that I can do. I can get one there as well. And I can get a little armchair like this. That seems pretty good. We'll do a locker down in the corner. And I guess we could do, I don't know, some kind of other decoration in here. We'll do a sort of rectangular rug, I guess, in the middle of all of it. That seems all right. I could do some model trains as well. I do sort of want to do a model train thing in here, but I don't think I've got the space for it, unfortunately. So I guess we're not doing that. We've got the Ode skeleton, which seems a bit ominous. We've got the Ode brain. Seems a little bit ominous as well. I don't think we want to do any of that. I'll tell you what, let's just put a, I don't know, let's go for this right down there at the end of it. We'll confirm. And that's hopefully going to be great for my staff. That hopefully means they're not going to be crossing the hospital to go on break. Although if they are, they could use the teleporter. To be fair, that is an option that they have. Anyway, I think we'll go ahead and leave it there for today. Like I said about 5 minutes ago, we've made pretty good progress with this hospital. I'm kind of liking the layout. I'm liking that we've managed to expand nice and quickly as well. It does feel like, you know, a lot of the stuff that we've learned thus far is being applied for this hospital, which I'm really enjoying. I'm also thinking that we probably can afford to make 2 of these guys. I think that's an idea, and I'm kind of thinking that we do some kind of teleport thing right about there. So again, we have some options. People can teleport to this space, they can teleport to this space. That seems good. We probably could look into some other upgrades as well. Technique monitors might not be a bad idea, but for now, we're gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. It has been an absolute pleasure as always, and as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.